Hi guys, it's Lindsay again. Today I'm going to be doing my 20-week pregnancy update. I can't start off this without saying that this was a really exciting and special week because we found out the gender. I'm not going to say it right away. I'm going to say it later on in the video. But I'll start off with the symptoms first. Symptoms and notes, basically. So, actually this week wasn't anything particularly new, honestly, for symptoms. I've got a runny nose every morning, basically, but that's kind of a thing that happens to me in the springtime. And I will say that in continuation from my update last week, where I had the spotting Monday night, and then Tuesday quite a fair bit. Wednesday it started to cool off, and then I believe Thursday it was basically gone. Like, it wasn't really what I would necessarily call spotting anymore. Like, just kind of like at the end of your period kind of thing, like the discharge that you get at the end of your period. So that calmed me down a lot. Then on Wednesday I saw that was slowing down, so I was in a much better headspace last Wednesday, not like last Tuesday where I was like really upset and worried, right? I pretty much can't sleep straight through the night anymore, period. I always am tossing and turning throughout the night. It doesn't seem to matter. My pregnancy pillow is supposed to arrive on Friday, so I can't wait. I really hope that will solve this a bit. I'm just constantly going from left to right to left to right. Thursday I had shortness of breath when I took like a few sips of water after waking up. So I have to watch that. Like, I don't know if it's like the particular position that I was in or what, because I can't really remember, but I remember, and it's not the first time, like I'll sit up and I'll maybe take like a few sips of water and then I'll be like after. Saturday, something new. I started to notice a heaviness in my groin sometimes. And it's funny, like that day I was feeling it quite a bit. Like, I haven't really felt it too much since then. Also that day, and maybe this had something to do with that feeling, I sneezed at one point and a bit of pee came out. So that was the first time that happened. I figured it would happen at some point. I've heard too many stories of women that say that's happened, but it comes with the territory. Sunday I had kind of sore breasts again. Actually, that day I had a little bit of acid reflux. Monday we found out that baby is a girl. I'm so excited. We're both so excited. Basically, we went down to the hospital, and they unfortunately wouldn't let my husband in because of the virus. I really hope he's able to come to a third trimester ultrasound, because he hasn't been able to see anything. They basically kicked him out right at the entrance. They told me to come up. So basically how it went, they were basically right on time. They called me in, they started the scan, and super soon into it, the lady said, the ultrasound tech said, "I think it's a girl." And I went, "Oh, wow, really?" She's like, "Yes, in a minute I'll confirm to you." So then she kind of switched to another screen for a minute and then came back. She's like, "Oh, yes, it's a girl. There's no, like a little pistol there." I am so excited. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. Like, we were totally convinced, actually, that it was like a boy. Like, I spent like the last 10 weeks thinking that it was a boy. I would have been happy anyway, obviously. But it's just so amazing to know that we're gonna have a daughter, and it's just so exciting, someone that like get so emotional with like happiness. Last couple days, like every time I think about all of the things to come, I start to cry. But it's like tears of joy. It's just been like super emotional. Anyway, I can't seem to think about it. I think it's because it all comes like more real, because like before, you were always kind of saying like, you know, the baby or like it's because you just don't know, right? Like, and now to get used to saying like she, it's just so like wonderful. So anyway, just to go back to how the ultrasound was, they had got almost all of it and almost all of the images, but they still needed like the face and a bit of the back, and she was like in a not a very good position. They couldn't really see, and so they're like, okay, go have a snack, eat something sugary. And they actually went on a break too, and she was like, and then come back. So I had like some juice and like some kind of brioche with white chocolate and raspberries, because I was like, gotta get the sugar in there. And then I ate outside, and I was gonna try and phone my husband, not to tell him the gender, because like I wanted to be there to see him. I had my hands full, and of course, because of the virus, they've taken away all the tables. You have to eat outside. Like, I didn't have anywhere to even like hold my phone. So I went back in, and then they tried it again, but like still baby hadn't moved. So we're like, okay, let's wait for the sugar to do it, like for its effect to work, and then we'll call the next patient. In the meantime, walk around a bit. So I was like walking for 20 minutes with like doing like strange walks, like, you know, like kind of bouncing and like squats and whatever. I'm sure that people who are walking the halls were like, what the heck is she doing? But I was like, come on, baby girl, wake up. Like, because she was very sleepy. And in all of the other ultrasounds I've done, like, she's always been awake. And this one, she was like snoozing very deeply, because they kept trying to like jiggle the wand too in the ultrasound. When I was walking around, I called my husband and just kind of let him know what was going on. And I said, you know, I know the gender, but I'm not going to tell you until I can see your face, right? So I said, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to move to get the last few pictures here. And then I went back in when they were finished with the other patient, and they were able to get the pictures. The baby had moved just enough that they were actually able to get the pictures. And at one point during this, I think it was before though, they were able to like zoom in on the lips. It's so cute. They look very plump. And like the hand, like, so she was kind of like this. But they didn't like print that picture. Actually, I can tell that like she's gotten bigger, because now suddenly I'm like looking at the ultrasound pictures. I'm kind of like, when my husband was like, okay, tell me what they are. And I'm like, oh boy. They were telling me it all at the moment, but like now I'm looking at it going like, I think this is the heart. So when they said, I think this is the umbilical cord. I think this is the foot. It's just gotten kind of harder. Basically, I went down when it was done to the car, found my husband, and I walked up, and yeah, I basically started off and said, oh, all right, so yeah, they had me walking around to move the baby girl. I mean, I said it in Italian, so, but basically like the translation of what I said is this. And I said, we're gonna have a daughter. And she was so excited, and he got a big smile on his face. Yeah, we were just like super excited, like the whole way home, and the whole day, like just on cloud nine. And I was like so excited that day. that I couldn't do anything the rest of the day. So my parents, luckily they had to get up earlier that day because my brother had to leave early for work and he had slept over that night. But so they were up by 6, and so I'd said, oh yeah, when you guys decide you're up for the day, let me know. I'd love to chat with you. And so I had texted them before, the gender, so they knew by that point. But we're oh, I think that we're not going to be able to go back to bed now. So I'd said, okay, let me know, whenever you're awake enough and we can chat. So not too long passed, my brother left, and then they were okay, we're ready. So we talked for an hour and a half, and just, yeah, it was super exciting. Texted all the relatives in the evening, and we told his brother, who came over by the house for lunch with his mom downstairs, but he kept the secret because I told our niece, our oldest niece, is okay, we'll tell you tonight what the gender is, if you're gonna have a little boy or a little girl cousin. And she said, okay, I'm gonna tell my dad not to tell us. And so we told them that evening, and they were all super excited, especially the youngest niece, who's 7, and she got up off the couch and squealed when she heard that it's a girl. So everyone's super excited, and my mother-in-law and everyone, so it's just wonderful. And yeah, basically that day I was super thirsty. I don't know, some of it could have been the mask, because I had to wear obviously the mask at the hospital, and then actually I was getting pretty tired doing the 20 minutes of wandering around there doing the funny movements, but then also with the mask it probably didn't help. And I was super hungry that day, which this probably will just continue from now on, because in the past I would have some days that I was particularly hungry, but in general my husband's noticed I definitely have more of an appetite than I did before. But I was really hungry that day, every day. I don't know, within an hour after lunch, not even, I'm still hungry. And going for the yogurts after dinner. Anyway, and then to finish the week's kind of notes, yesterday, the weather's been really ugly. Today, yesterday, Monday, it was just ugly weather, but nothing could bring me down on Monday. But yesterday the weather just kind of got to me. I woke up and I was kind of feeling blood, melancholy because of the weather, and then I was just so tired yesterday. I don't know why. I woke up tired, and then I got more tired doing groceries, which is so weird because it was the shortest amount of time I've had to do groceries in all this time. I didn't have to wait to get in the store even, really. I basically almost walked right in, and I don't know, I was just exhausted after. And I guess it's just started to be, a lot of lifting, if you think about how many times you lift things into the cart, onto the checkout in the car, etc., getting on chairs to put away the stuff, because our cupboards are really tall. And I was just done, and I finished putting everything away at 6:30, and I was about to cry because I saw, oh no, now it's time to make dinner. And we didn't have anything crazy. It was just appetizers, kind of dinner, right? And I just was I need to lie down. So my husband found me practically in tears because I was just kind of tired and just so we need to find a different solution for groceries because this isn't working. And so we're gonna try the online grocery shop next week at our local grocery store, the one that's not in our exact town, but in the next town over, and see if that works. And then they don't really have the great produce there, but I can go to the other one, something like that. We'll see if it can work. And so my husband's but if you need help, just tell me. You could have left the water bottles in the car. Anyway, yesterday I had a little bit of diarrhea in the morning too, and boobs were sore. Anyway, but overall, as a week, it was very, very special. Monday, the best day of all. And now also I weighed myself yesterday and I've officially gained 8 pounds so far. And I'll end this video with the bump shot. Okay, so finally this is a video where I actually got full on maternity outfit. Here we go. Today I am actually 21 weeks today. But here we go, getting definitely more round from the front. And all right, so that's it for this week. Leave a like down below if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to follow along on this pregnancy journey. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.